I think most people will agree that it's difficult to argue against ginger lilies being among some of the most exotic flowering plants that you can grow here in the UK. Now, if you are lucky enough to live in the mildest parts, such as Cornwall, possibly Devon, the Isles of Scilly, then you can be lucky enough to grow and produce flower on a number of species and cultivars. So, for the purposes of this video, we're going to be talking about 4 plants. All of them are exclusive to the Hedychium, sometimes pronounced Hedychium, but I don't like the way that sounds, genus. 3 of them are species, and 1 is a really interesting hybrid, and we'll talk about that one at the end. So, let's get into it. Let's start with our first contender. Native to Thailand, Taiwan, southern China, you have the Hedychium coronarium, which is a stunning plant. Grows anywhere between 1 meter up to 3 meters tall and has these beautiful pure white flowers that can emerge anytime around August to November, December time. Now, this plant, you can trust it because it's received its award of merit from the Royal Horticultural Society. Now, if you're growing it, be aware that in its native habitat it is an understory plant, so it will tolerate some shade, although in the UK, probably better off putting it in full sun because we just don't get enough. And keep it well watered, but in a reasonably well draining soil, and fertilise well during the growing period. Now, temperatures, it can take down to approximately -5 degrees Celsius, so that's really good. And if you are in areas where temperatures can get colder, you can always put down a dry mulch on top of the root mass. Give it 2 to 3 inches. I like to use a bark chip because there's plenty of air pockets, acts as a fantastic insulation, preventing deep ground penetrating frost. So it's a great plant. You can grow it here in a large part of the UK, but the issues we have with it is, even though it will grow and it will survive our winters, it is reluctant to flower. It is quite difficult. So is it the best one? No. This next one is the Hedychium gardnerianum, and this is native to Nepal, Bhutan, the Himalayas. It's got a different flower structure. It's got these pale yellow petals and quite striking red anthers that protrude quite well. So it is a very attractive plant, and again quite hardy, down to -5 degrees Celsius. And again, you can buy with confidence because it has the RHS award of garden merit. Now, before you start complaining in the comments, I am aware that Hedychium gardnerianum is considered a rather nasty pest plant in certain tropical and subtropical countries. But of course, I am English. We are filming this in England, and it is about English gardens. I am aware that people from other countries also watch this. But if you are in a temperate region or borderline Mediterranean region, then you can grow this plant quite happily. There is no problems. And of course, so we're talking about all of Northern Europe, big part of North America, and I'm sure some other places too. So I appreciate it's a nasty plant. If you give it the right conditions, it will just be really invasive. It's a nasty thing. But for us in the UK, where we get these cold winters, it will contain its root system. It won't go crazy. So I just wanted to say that, and that goes for all of these ginger lilies. There you go. I think I dodged a bullet on that one. Oh, hold on a minute. If you're finding this video useful or even just mildly amusing, then don't forget to click the thumbs up, press on that subscription, and if you want to be notified of whenever we release a new video, then click on that notification bell. It helps us more than you know, and it allows us to do stupid visits like this in the future. Anyway, let's continue to find out what old boiled bun has to say. My bloody glasses back on. Too hot, too sunny. It's too lovely. This third option is my last true species. It's a native to southern China and India, and it is Hedychium coccineum. Now, many of you will realise that coccineum means vivid red to scarlet, and I don't think that is an accurate description at all of the flowers of this plant, and they vary quite considerably from a pale yellow to orange to reddish. So coccineum, I don't know who named that, but that's not very good. Now, you do get some variability in how it looks. If you're in like the upper edge of where it can grow, such as the United Kingdom, it can be quite stretched, the leaves quite thin. But if you see it growing in more subtropical, tropical regions, the internodal length between the leaves shrinks and the leaves fatten up. Again, full sun to semi-shape it in the UK, full sun. But really, is it going to flower here in the UK? Well, I have seen it flowering on the gardens at Tresco in the Isles of Scilly, and it is a rather lovely looking thing. But I think a bit further up and a bit cooler where we are, it tends just to be grown as a foliage plant, which it is lovely. And it will survive the winters, because we've had one growing here for a few years, but it really struggles to build up any sort of root mat. Now, last year I lifted it, planted it in a pot, put that in the greenhouse over winter, and it really has come on a long way. But again, flowering wise, which is really what you want it for, again, probably not going to get it to happen. But luckily for you, I do have one option that is absolutely fantastic. And here it is flowering this very moment in my garden. It is the hybrid Devon cream, and the parents of this plant are two we've already discussed already, and that's the gardnerianum and the coronarium. Look at it, absolutely beautiful. These lovely flowers. You definitely got that, again, that pale yellow bloom and the extending anthers coming out. Really, really lovely and super reliable. This is flowered. I only planted it out last year, flowered last year, flowered this year so far. Unlike my other three choices, this one is the stockiest. Grows no more than 1 meter in height. Plant it in full sun, especially in the UK, it will tolerate shade, but then you're going to get reduction in the blooms. Make sure it's well watered over the summer period. Make sure it's not in a waterlogged position, so it's free draining, and really you shouldn't have any problems. I am really impressed with this plant. I purchased it last year as a section of root in the spring, potted it on, put it into the greenhouse, and about 4 months later that was up and flowering. 4 months from being potted on. That's incredible. So it flowered last year, put it in the ground this year, so it's out in -5, -6 degrees Celsius, came straight back up, flowering again. So of the 4 plants we've spoken about today, this one is my favorite, and it is the one that I recommend as the very best ginger lily that you should be growing here in the UK. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. You might have a better suggestion, or even an interesting suggestion that I haven't come across yet. And if you do have, put that in the comments. We would love to hear from you. All right, let's start off the end music. Right, now, just before you go, if you want to see more content, more behind the scenes stuff, and images that I've taken of some weird freaky plants over the years, then you're in luck, because we've created an Instagram page. So you can find the link in our description. You can find the link on our main page, and if I'm clever enough, I might be able to get a link somewhere up there. Anyway, thank you for watching, and if you want to see more YouTube stuff, then check out this video here. That's quite a good one. And if it doesn't float your boat, then another one right there. And enjoy these while I've still got the strength, imagination and aptitude to make them. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.